the case of the murders in LA of 3 women with Chicago ties. The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office announcing charges against 3 men, all from Chicago, describing them as reputed gang members. Police say the 3 have been taken into custody in the past few weeks, 2 in Chicago, the other in New York. All are awaiting extradition.
Tonight, residents in Los Angeles on high alert after a shooting in an upscale neighborhood just north of Beverly Hills killed 3 out-of-state women and wounded 4 others. Police have not made any arrests and released no new updates, but law enforcement sources familiar with the investigation are looking into the possibility this was targeted.
Investigators are also going door to door and looking for additional surveillance video or any evidence that could help us.
Most of the victims were found outside the short-term rental property, valued at roughly $3 million, according to Zillow. Nearby, other rentals are going for $2,000 to $4,000 a night.
This is like a really special place for us. I could have been on that corner last night.
This latest mass shooting marks the 7th for California this month. In just this state alone, last week, at least 23 people were killed by gun violence in San Diego, Oakland, Half Moon Bay, and Monterey Park, where gunmen opened fire inside a dance hall hosting a Lunar New Year celebration. The shooting heightening security. Today in New York City, a parade moved through Brooklyn as officers kept close watch.
Were you on edge? A little bit. You know, every time we have any kind of gatherings, we're always, just to be extra safe.
Back out west, one community still reeling from tragedy took steps toward healing while also honoring a hero. Brandon Say managed to disarm the Monterey Park gunman as he entered a second dance hall in Alhambra.
Thank you for saving countless lives.
A moment of gratitude after a week gripped by heartache. Kathy Park, NBC News.
3 Chicago men with gang ties were arrested in the ambush killings of 3 women during a mass shooting in January in the Beverly Crest neighborhood of Los Angeles, authorities announced Friday. At a news conference, Los Angeles police officials explained that in late January, several people had visited LA in support of a Chicago rapper and rented a vacation home.
We've learned 2 of the 3 women killed in a mass shooting in Los Angeles were from the Chicago area. The LA County coroner confirms 33-year-old Iyanna Hutton of Chicago and 29-year-old Nina Davis of Bolingbrook were shot to death early yesterday morning in the upscale Beverly Crest neighborhood of Los Angeles. A 3rd victim from Arizona also died in the shooting. 4 others were injured.
We're still trying to interview people of what kind of gathering it was or any evidence that could help us determine what happened here and why these victims were shot.
Investigators are still looking for suspects in the shooting, which they say was targeted and took place inside of a home being used as a short-term rental.
As the group was returning to the home following a night of bowling, an ambush-style shooting occurred, leaving 3 people dead and 4 others with gunshot injuries. More than 30 gunshot rounds were found at the scene, according to police. The 3 victims who died were identified as Iyanna Hutton, 33 of Chicago, Nina Davis, 29 from Bolingbrook, and Destiny Sims, 26 of Arizona. Law enforcement arrested 3 suspects in the past several weeks, including 2 who were apprehended in Chicago. Dejon Thompkins, 28, was taken into custody on April 10th, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. Weeks later, Dante Williams, 23, was apprehended in Gary after initially evading arrest.
3 men from Chicago have been arrested in connection with a deadly shooting in Los Angeles back in January. 3 women were killed, 7 people were wounded. 3 victims, also from Chicago, were visiting LA. Police say they had no connection to the suspects. One of the men is also suspected of killing a 30-year-old man in North Hollywood back in December.
In both of these cases, the suspects used ambush-style tactics on their unsuspecting victims.
The collaboration and cooperation between law enforcement agencies across the country is crucial in ensuring that those responsible for such brazen acts of violence are brought to justice.
And LA police did not reveal a motive for those killings. They did say the North Hollywood victim, Julian Bynum, was also from Chicago.
A 3rd suspect, Derry Stanford, 28, who was also from Chicago, was arrested in New York on May 10th. All 3 men, who are expected to be extradited to Los Angeles, are facing multiple counts of murder and attempted murder. While police say they couldn't discuss the motive for the shooting, Tippett said, "We can tell you that it is associated with Chicago." Investigators said Thompkins was connected to a separate North Hollywood homicide in December. The victim, Julian Bynum, 30, was also from Chicago.
3 known Chicago gang members suspected in 4 murders in Southern California are finally captured. The investigation and arrests spanning across multiple states. Eyewitness News reporter Sid Garcia is live at LAPD headquarters in downtown LA with the latest developments. Sid?
The suspects and the victims are all from Chicago. The 3 women were murdered in January. The 1 man was killed right before Christmas in last year. All 3 suspects are now awaiting extradition back to Los Angeles. The shooting happened on January 28th in the Beverly Crest neighborhood of Los Angeles. It borders with Beverly Hills. After following leads from the public and ones detectives gathered from witnesses, arrests have been made in connection to the 3 women who were murdered and a man who was shot and killed in North Hollywood last December. The victims and the suspects are all from Chicago. The 3 men in custody are 28-year-old Darius Stanford, 22-year-old Dante Williams, and the 3rd suspect is 28-year-old Dejan Thompkins. Police say all 3 are known Chicago gang members. Police won't say why the 3 suspects traveled all the way from Chicago to Los Angeles to commit the murders. Now, working with the FBI, Chicago, and New York City police, 1 was arrested in Chicago, 1 in Indiana, and the 3rd in Manhattan.
The collaboration and cooperation between law enforcement agencies across the country is crucial in ensuring that those responsible for such brazen acts of violence are brought to justice, no matter where they may attempt to flee.
Stanford and Williams have each been charged with 3 counts of murder and 6 counts of attempted murder. Thompkins has been charged with 4 counts. Along with this case, he's also linked to the murder of Julian Bynum, who was murdered right before Christmas in North Hollywood. The 3 women are 29-year-old Nina Davis, 26-year-old Destiny Sims, and 33-year-old Iyanna Hutton. Police tell us the 3 women rented an Airbnb to follow a Chicago-based rapper. They were murdered in front of the house they were renting. They were not, according to police, the suspect's intended target.
On behalf of the LAPD, we are saddened by this horrible loss of life and hope the arrest of those responsible for these acts will bring some comfort to the families and friends who lost their loved ones.
Again, police didn't want to talk about why the 3 suspects drove all the way to LA to allegedly commit the murders. And again, all 3 are awaiting extradition to face justice here in Los Angeles.
A man visiting from Chicago was fatally shot in North Hollywood late Friday night. Julian Bynum was pronounced dead at the scene of the shooting in the 6800 block of Simpson Avenue. Bynum suffered multiple gunshot wounds in the 11:30 p.m. attack. On December 16, 2022, Julian Bynum, 30, was outside an apartment complex in the 6800 block of Simpson Avenue when he was allegedly shot multiple times by Thompkins. The case was investigated by the Los Angeles Police Department's Robbery Homicide Division.
LAPD is investigating a deadly drive-by shooting in North Hollywood. It happened just before midnight in the 6800 block of Simpson Avenue. Police say the victim, a man in his 30s, died at the scene. His identity has not been released. Right now, police don't have a motive for the shooting, but say it is not gang-related.
On a few episodes of Vlad TV, DJ Vlad would encourage numerous rappers to move out of their hood/hometowns if they have any beef or problems going on, and this would improve their chances of survival. There is a ton of truth in his statement, and it makes sense logically.
I interviewed FBG Duck twice. Both interviews, I am telling him to his face, you need to move out of Chicago. You've gotten shot. Your brother just got killed.
But then when he do that, what are they going to say? He's losing street credibility.
Right.
He left Chicago.
Vlad will also make claims that your enemies won't have enough money to fly states away to find you and harm you. There's a 15% chance that your enemies would definitely fly or drive to get you if it was worth it to them and they had the money to do so. I feel like this was the case for this specific situation, especially with 4 people being killed in total, and 2 of the victims were from Chicago. Alright gang, there you have it. It's been the story of the 3 Chicago gangsters that flew to LA, caught 4 bodies, man. Hey, get in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. Don't go nowhere, you already know what it is. Drillers and trappers, we out here trapping and drilling 247. Watch that next video. Gang!